Welcome back, people, to a requested video. So if the guy's watching, this is for you. Basically, this is how I approach every session. So you're going to watch me go through those decisions what I make. So where did I start? I'd sort of get some paint down on it, and even the lighter colours here, I can just make out the numbers coming through. So they might need a top up of colour if I've got some of that colour left. I don't know. See, there might be loads of paint left. I just don't know. I look around and I go, 22, there's 11 there. You can't see this, can you? Of course you can't. But you can see it now. You can make out, you can see these 14s here. So they need doing. I'm thinking about getting this big, can you see it on camera? Not really. This big lump here, that must be the tree, because 13, I'll look at the colour on the, these things. 13, this was 13. The tip of Mount Fuji was 13. So this must be the tree, the big tree on that side. I'm thinking 13. I'm definitely going to be using the smaller of the three brushes again. Just going to have to, I think, because it's quite a nice brush actually, believe it or not. It's got a little, it's quite little, and to me, I've got a bit more control and precision with this brush than I would with even the medium one. Do you know what I mean? When it gets to these massive sections up here, which you can see, and there's a big section down here of 14 again. 14? What's 14? 14 is that light one. 14 is the light one. So basically that 14 must be like the reflection of the water, I suppose. But I think I've chosen it, people. There's a nice section of 11 over here. So I might go for that 11. There's 11 there, 11. There's 11 there. That's probably also 11 there. Look, 11, 11. I'm going 11, people. There. And what you do, these pots are different. I think they're different to the other ones. These pots from this set have got one little lamp. Can you see these little ooky things where you put your thumb? The other pots have got like a thing, like a two-tongue approach. But this has got one. And when you take them off, sometimes you get residue in the lid, and that's what I'll probably go for first, the lid, because they're not going anywhere. And you'll see a little bit of residue sticking up from the. Can you see that? You can just see how you get the residue. So I'm just going to push that back in a little bit, and then go back into this. I think I've not even tried the 11 yet, but of course I'll be having my earphones on and going for it, I suppose. So let's get down onto that 11, this one here. But can I zoom in better? Then I can actually get in there. That's better. Right, people. Can you see when I'm working? Yeah. This is all 11. You probably can't even see that, can you? Let's bring it down a little bit so you can see me working. And just try to dab it first, get it on, because there's lots of paint on that brush, and then get it into that as close to that line as I can. And then what I'll do is I'll just brush across it and try and get that line. Now I know that this colour is now butting against this colour here, so I'm going to try and go over the line because this is a darker line. Get some more paint. I can just see them running out a little bit. You've got to also change the angle of the brush every now and then so you can go in. Even if you got to dab it a little bit, dab it in, man. Go nice and slow. Try to be confident with that brush stroke as you do it. Can you see I've got a little tiny, this is your top tip here, people. Can you see that? Where I am, there, only just bring that down a little bit so you can see it. Where that green is, there's a little 14, I think no, it's a it's again, I'll have to check that. I've gone over a little bit too much there. Gone a bit too much over there, people. But either way, try your best not to go over the... See, I'm shaking now. I've got to try and keep... Come on. Not too bad. That's a 3. I mustn't forget that in case I go over it. That will do. Oh, whoa. There's so many little noggins. So many little pieces to think about. The hard bit is going in there and getting it started. Once I've done that, we're all right, aren't we? But try your best not to go over the previous, or that number you've not painted over. Try your best anyway. I don't even know what this part is. Get in there. Yeah, I know it's a number 9 now. Again, I've got to change the angle of the brush. Can you see that? Now I know that this hand here, as I pan out a little bit, all this now is dry, so I'm okay to put my hand on top of that. It's when you've got to the point where if this was wet, I'd have to do it from this angle, so I aren't leaning on it. Do you know what I mean? It can get a bit tough. Again, when you get close to that line of another segment, which is very close to it, go nice and slow, and then go back confident with the... I sort of feather it on, do you know what I mean? I feather the paint on a little bit and make a nice thin layer. If it's dark paint like this, it's quite nice to use. When it's light paint, you know, in my in my head, I know I'm going to have to go over it again, which... Again, I'm gonna have to move that around. I don't want to go too much in there. That's not too bad. Yeah, I'll have that. That's okay, that. Right, now I've got all this section here to do. Can you see? Only just. Let me pan that back down so you can see it. You can see that all the section's 11, so it's a fair old chunk of 11, but it's these little bits that are going to take the time. Yeah, these are the time. You know, I want to go, arr, but you can't. You can't with this paint by numbers. It's kind of tough. It really is. It's when you've got the music on, it's a bit of 70s disco. It relaxes you, but it can be frustrating at the same time to get right in that groove and get the results that the artist who put this together, the company, wanted you to achieve. I mean, you can ad-lib a little bit. I think that's okay. I think you can ad-lib. But just try your best to get right up close to the line. And then this segment here, which is 21, I'll go over that segment, over this segment I'm painting now. It's got a little tiny 16 there, 18 there. That's crazy. A little noggin there of 18. That's crazy. Either way, I've nearly done this one section. So you're going to see 30 minutes of me. I don't know how long it's been already, but you're going to see 30 minutes of this. And then I'm going to do another 2.5 hours like this. I've got a fresh cup of tea at the moment. I'll probably go through 2 brews in that time. Stop about 4 or 5 times to have a puff of my e-cig. But one great thing about doing it the way that I do, well, not doing this way anyway, I can put my earphones on, listen to my music, man. Jeez, there's a little... This is tight now. I'm going to get it close up as I can. Try and get in that groove there. And then bring that colour round. Come on. That's good. That's good. Confidence with that stroke, man. I don't mind it going over a little bit, as long as I can see that that number there. You can just make out a little slither of 5 on that top. Can you see that? There's this 5 slither. Jeez. And nearly went over that. Get some paint, mate. That's more like it. There's a little... I've got to change the angle of the brush again. Yeah, I know this 13 is going to be a dark 13. So basically, when it comes around to that side again, I can go over this little bit there, get in that groove. I knew this was going to be a big section, so I thought, well, yeah, I'll do the third. I'll do this 11 with confidence, of course, because I've seen some more 11s over there. Come on. I think I'm happy there, people. The last bit there, feathering. I call it feathering. So you just pull that paint across the canvas. I can see a bit of white space here. It needs a bit of feathering there. Make sure you got some paint on there. Then feather it across. A bit there. I can see that there. There's a bit there. There's a bit there. And from the first bits too. And that's the first section done, people. Wow. Can't see now. There in it. Whatever that's meant to be. Right. There's an 11 there. Now you get it. I've got to, whatever I do now, it's got to be either on this side, that side, or in here. I could work around with my arm over that way. But either way, what we had there? 12 minutes. Let's get this section done so you can see me do this little bit. While the pot's open, yeah, and I'm on that colour of 11, I try to find as many 11s as I can get my hands on before I close the pot. That way then you aren't trying to do 2 colours at once. You're doing this one and you're working it through. What's going on with that colour, man? Come on. That's tough, man. I'll have to twist it around, people, so I don't get it stupid looking. That's better. That's good. That's good. Now a little bit. Oh, I don't mind that. I can get round that after. There, are, mate. I don't mind that bit. I'll get round that bit. Then there's another 11. Little noggin here. Maybe zoom it back in again so you can see it. There's a little 11 here, so I'll go for that. It's almost just, you're not actually, yes, you can class it as painting, but you're sort of dabbing it in. I don't want to go over too much. I want to get close to that one below it, because that's 22. Now I'm happy there, mate. Then we've got another 11 over here. Right in the centre, again a little tiny noggin, but then I've even gotten smaller noggins to this one. As you can see, it's tough. This could be the toughest paint by numbers I've attempted. There, that'll do. Is that 11 there? I can't see. The magnifying glass. Yes, that is it. That is 11. A little tiny 11 there. There. A little noggin of 11. That'll do. Don't worry about it having, with the paint looking a bit rough. It will flatten. It will all flatten and sink into the canvas a little bit and flatten out. So don't worry if you see a raised streak. Now it's about searching for other 11s that I can find. And the magnifying glass comes into handy with that guy. Now, I found that 11, 11, 11, 11. Any more? There's one there. But I might leave. I've seen 11 and I've seen 11. But I'm thinking because my hand's here over on this side of the canvas and I'm stretching over, that means twisting that round, and then I want to keep that, leave that alone. Let's go for another number like 16. So I've got my water over here, as you can see. If I pulled it back a bit now, got my water. Let me pop that brush in there. When you put these back on, of course, the lid, just hold it and then squeeze both, because the back end doesn't quite go down right, so squeeze them both. What did I say? 16. Oh, it's that pinky colour, isn't it? That's the colour I'm looking for. Let's see what that looks like. See, I've not opened this. Wow, I've not opened that one. So with your water now in shot, I shake the water, get a new piece of one of these for the session. I've got another 2.5 hours after this, people, to do. But at least I can make sure the brush is completely clean of that green. You see that? I think that's about right. Just squeeze it again so it's done. Get rid of that guy, get rid of the water. We now want this colour, and we're going to do that 16 there. And there's actually a 16 here. You can't see now. There's a 16 here, a 16, a 16. That's it then. I'm all in. Let's do this 16 first, but I've got to watch this paint now, haven't I? That this paint isn't going to get onto me, so I've got to watch where I put this palm, so I can't put the palm down. Can you see? Yeah, that's a 16. Double check. Let's do this. And again, because I'm going over previous paint that I did yesterday, I can go over that darker line. More paint will. Like it's like saying to you, put a splodge here, mate. Do you know what I mean? As long as you get the rough shape of it, I think you're good. And then after, there's a 16 here. I've got plenty of paint on the brush. You can then do the feathering I talked about. If you can get your hands to stop shaking, yeah. Come on. Yeah, I'm happy there, mate. A little bit more paint, please. And there. Come on. That's it. Get down the canvas, Bill. Feather it in. You know what? I'll leave that the way it is. There's a big 16 over here. I'll try and bring it in for you so you can see it. You can see it now. It's right there, people. So that's quite a big 16. So yeah, with the big sections, it gets a bit kinder for you to do it. But I can see a line there. I'll try and get this paint on that line. It's only to with light colours is you might have to do 2 coats with the light colours, or step back and go, do you know what, sod it, I'm happy. What colour's 21? Lovely. When this segment that's 21 here, right, when I do that one, I'll go over that line, but I won't go over the line with this one. I'm going over the line with that. I don't know what this is meant to represent in the sense of the overall picture of the Japanese scene. I know what this is over here. It's one of the old style Japanese houses that they create. They've got a special name, haven't they, in Japan? They've got a name. Don't ask me what that name is. I'll find out. I am thinking about doing a I can see that number there. Can I get a little bit more paint? Yeah, tell me. That'll flatten out. That'll do. What colour is this? 16s. Any more 16s? There's a big 16 there, but I might leave that one. 60. Is that 16? Was that 15? That could be 15. I'll just get me magnifier. Even though I can see it, yeah, it's a 15. Just double checking, people. I'm looking for 16s now with my magnifying glass. It's crazy, man. There might be a little noggin somewhere with 16s. I'm leaving this side over here. I think I'm happy there, mate. That's a 22. That's quite a big section of 22 there. Go on then. Let's open up 22, man. You can see that, can't you? Well, that's 20 minutes, people. Yeah, open up 22. What colour's that? Oh, yeah, it's a nice greeny colour. Yeah, nice greeny colour. Yeah. I think I've already opened that up for the thingy, so that's great. It's that colour. Nice colour, this. It's like a thingy colour. Not a pastel green, but it's got something. It's a green. Hope people are enjoying this watch. This is down to somebody wanting this, so hopefully you can see this. I've had 30 minutes on it yet so far, so all this has been done. What you can see. Hopefully I can get this 22 done before it finishes. The 30 minutes up. So 22, eh? I'm still going to be using the paint inside the lid. Do you know what I mean? Let's bring that down again so you can see me actual paint going on canvas. So this is 22. So yeah, we've got 22 here. If I can get this done inside the 30, that's great. I've got 3 little tiny noggins inside there. So I'm going to have to be very careful here. This is tough, people. I don't mind it going over it a little bit, but not over the number. I can't go over the number. Otherwise, I've got to try and get the guide out. It's tough, man. That'll do. I can make out that's a 7, that's a 15, that's a 15 there. So I'm happy there, mate. It's getting it close to that 15 without going. There's another little segment here of a 16. You can see this 16, 18, 15. So I've got to try and get into that little noggin crack. A little crack there, look. Shizer. Bit of feather in there. It's so fiddly, this one. This could be the hard. I thought the wildflower meadow was the toughest one I did, and it was tough. I don't think it's going to be as tough as this. There's so many little tiny bits, man. Try and be confident with that stroke over that 7. Like it. Now we've got to go to a little channel, little canal. I'll try and get close to that. What colour? 7. 7. It's a light green. Okay, I can go over that after. Now a big wedge of 22 over here. Like it. That's it. Got to change the brush angle again so I can get that bit in. Yeah, like it. Try and get that in. Like it. Now there's a big wedge up here, 22. Try a bit more paint, Bill. Love it. Turn the brush over, because sometimes the paint goes on one side of the brush and the other side. So just by twisting your brush around, you can get both sides of the brush. What's good about these colours the dark ones is, it actually goes over the number quite well. I'm going to have to turn that around a little bit so I can get in that little groove without going over the other one. That's not bad. I'll buy that for $1, mate. Now I've got another little canal here, because it goes into that little wedge here. Sheesh. What are we on? 25 minutes. He wanted a 30-minute video. He's getting a 30-minute video. Hopefully you're enjoying this, mate. Have I enjoyed it? Sort of, because I'm getting some more paint down the canvas, which is bloody good. Hopefully you can see that bit going on. Probably too much paint there, Will. Yeah. Like I say, you can see the streaks. There's a few streaks there going on. Try your best to feather it, but don't worry too much about it, because it will dry flat for you. Try and get in that little noggin there. Come on. But not over that number. So I can't even see that. There's a hole there. Can you see that little thing there? I can't even read that, man, by eye. It's a... Sheesh. I think it's a 7. And I can see close to that 15. I've not gone quite close to that 15 enough. That could be better. That's 22 here. Shizer, man. What are we on? Yeah, we'll get this 22 done, eh? And then it goes in there, does it? That's not too bad. That's not too bad. At least when I finish this video, I'll be able to then put my music on, man. And relax. And twizzle the board around and get going on the session. Oh, what's that? Bit of feathering now. Come on. That's it. I'm happy there, mate. Wow. That's been tough, people. Well, that's it. I've got 22 there. Any more 22s in this section? There's a 22 there. I think I'm going to carry on doing the 22s, because I can see a 22, 22, 22. There's loads of 22s. But hopefully, people, and the guy who requested this, you've enjoyed my session, my 30 minutes. All that took 30 minutes. This big green section here. These bits, that cream section, and this 22. I'm going to carry on doing the 22s. I might do that big section of 21 over there, which is, oh, it's that cream colour. It's that cream colour 21. So I might do that 21 over that side. So 21 and 22 are the numbers I'm going to concentrate next. Look out for the short. You're going to see 6 hours done. And I should have some more of this done here, I'm hoping. Okay, guys, hope you've enjoyed that one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Bye.